In this week's video, we are making a hiking stick that we're going to give away. So for the most part, this has been debarked already, and there just needs some cleanup on it. So yeah, that's the next step. We'll clean it up, get some of this loose bits off of here, sand it a little bit, make it nice. So I just want to get these burrs off of here, these little places where branches were, and also this inner bark that's still on here. Just want to scrape that off as well. So this particular hiking stick that I'm working on here, we're going to actually put this together for a giveaway.
That thing's sharp.
Yeah, so this is going to be a nice stick, and I think we're going to engrave the channel name in it. So I've got a recessed place in it to put a compass in there. I'm just putting a spot in there to do it. I would put a compass in there myself, but you know, don't want to give away the farm or nothing.
What do you mean, fine?
You make it look like you slice them through butter.
Butter? Your knife's sharp enough, it might as well be butter. I mean, good dry wood. Good sharp knife.
I bet you my knife is sharper than your knife.
It probably is, because it doesn't get used as much.
Because I never use it.
So if you're making hiking sticks out of natural sticks that you find in the forest or whatever, you can't just pick up a stick and start carving on it. You can't just pick up any old stick and expect that to be a good hiking stick. Basically, you want to get a sapling. Branches contain what they refer to as reaction wood. So you want to get a sapling, you want to use the trunk, and so you got to get a trunk, and you want it to dry. It's got to be dry. If it's not dry, you'll have problems with it splitting, and so they have to be dry, and they have to dry slowly. Don't just put them in the sun, because then they'll split. They have to be kept in somewhere where they're not going to get wet. You don't want them to get wet and dry. That'll just split. You don't want to keep them in the sun, because if they dry out too quickly, that'll split as well. More than that, a bigger issue that you have to deal with is bugs. All trees have something that likes to eat them, but that's why it's important to remove the bark and remove the outer bark and the inner bark, because that's where those insects are. They're not in the main wood, they're in the bark, whether it's the inner bark or the outer bark. And you'll see them as you remove that, or the evidence of the bugs at least. So that's why it's important to get a sapling, not something dead. If you pick something up off the ground that's dead, it's going to have even more bugs in it. They're trying to help the stick to break down. Depending on what kind of wood it is, you'll still need to steam it. If you steam the wood, that kills anything that's in it. So that's one trick. You see places where they make log furniture or sell log furniture, and sometimes they'll have the inner bark on there. That wood has all been steamed. And steaming that wood puts a lot of heat and moisture in there. It could crack and split while they're steaming it, but it at least kills the bugs, and then after that they have to start the process of trying to dry it. A lot of that stuff is kiln dried. Anything that I do is dried naturally, just basically kept in a shady place where it's going to stay dry. And it can take a long time. It can take up to a year to dry. It just depends on the weather, the temperature, the time of year. You just have to check on it, learn what to look for, and just check on it. I gotta fit the foot, so yeah, stick's gotta come down quite a bit to get that on. Now to do a little wood burning, we're going to write the channel name on the stick. So with wood burning, it's not anything really complicated. Basically, the iron just heats up and you just touch it on the wood and it just kind of burns its way in there. It's a nice low budget, simple way to engrave something into wood. Just want to be very purposeful about what you're doing, and it's pretty simple to do. Once you make the initial line, just go back and burn it in a little bit better. Slightly deeper. So this is Chuck. He's the rooster that you hear in the videos trying to compete with me and everybody else. Here, chick, chick, chick. Come, chickens. Come, chickens. Here, chick, chick, chick. Come, chickens. Come, chickens. All right. Are they all here? No, there's some missing. Must be in the hen house yet. Yep. There's the other rooster. That's Wilbur. Him and his hens. So the roosters get into, yeah, there they go. There goes the one. So the roosters are in two separate places, but they can hear each other. They know they're there, and they get into a little rooster match, I guess. Try to outcrow each other. So yeah, we train our chickens to come when they're called. Some people get impressed by that. It's really easy to do. So we feed our chickens in the chicken house in their chicken feeder. Then we also give them scratch grain. We just throw it out, and we call them every time we give them scratch grain. So they come to the scratch grain and to the sound of our voice. So they know there's something good when they come to us. So even when we don't have grain for them, they still come when they're called. Probably just because they're expecting to get something to eat. So that's how you train your chickens to come when they're called. It's actually really easy to do. Just a matter of habit. But of course, this video is not about training chickens. It's about making a hiking stick. It's just nice to be able to be outside and do some work outside. Just be in nature. Just hear the birds singing, the wind blowing. It's beautiful out here. All right, there we go for the Experience channel. We're back inside. So far the hiking stick is coming together real nice, and now it's time to put some finish on it. So I like to use an oil finish. This is a linseed oil based finish that we're just going to brush on, and it'll be what's called a natural finish, and what that basically just means it's clear going on so that you see the wood, and the color that you'll see is the color of the wood. There's no stain involved or anything like that. All right, so whoever gets this stick, this is a oil-based finish, and basically if this thing would ever need any more finish, like the finish starts wearing off or something like that, you can just apply a little bit more finish to it. Linseed oil or tung oil, any of that. In addition to that, if this would ever get damaged in any way, it's really easy to fix. I like an oil finish because you can finish it so easy. You can sand it out yourself, and then you just wipe the dust off and then add more finish. It's really simple. If you're working with linseed oil or tung oil, you have to be careful about rags and brushes, things like that. You can't just pile them up somewhere. They can spontaneously combust and catch on fire, and so they have to be able to get oxygen around them so that the oil can evaporate off. Boy, this thing's drinking it up. Wow. Drawing rules. Number 1, you must be subscribed to our channel. So subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Number 2, you must hit the like button on this video. Number 3, you must leave a comment telling us that you are subscribed, have hit the like button, and want to be in the drawing. Number 4, look in the links below to contact us through our Facebook page so that we have a way of contacting you. Let us know what your YouTube username is so we can connect and contact you back for the prize. If we cannot verify the winner somehow, we won't be able to mail the prize. So if 2 people are attempting to claim to be the same YouTube username, we need a way to verify that. That's why we are asking you to contact us ahead of time to get into the drawing. Number 5, all entries must be received by May 23rd. Number 6, we will draw the name of the winner during the making of our video, which will be released on Friday, May 27th. Number 7, we will contact the winner. However, if you have won and haven't heard from us, make sure you contact us by Friday, June 3rd to avoid forfeiting your prize. See the description below for these rules written out for the drawing, and they will also be posted on our Facebook page.
Thank you for watching.
We'll see you on the next one.